So it's SONA time, SONA speech, the State of the Nation. Every year the President gives us a good rendition of what's happening, what the state is going to do, how we're going to fix things, how we're going to create more jobs, deal with unemployment, deal with poverty, deal with housing, stimulate the economy, job summits. The list goes on. It's good stuff. But if you go and you unpack what actually has happened on every one of those plans that our presidents have told us about year after year, very little has happened, if anything. And in this year's SONA speech in 2021, it's going to be different because we've had the coronavirus pandemic, and that has certainly created a hole for this country. It has made our problems deeper. But what we don't want to hear, and I think we are going to hear this because we hear it in government circles all the time, is that this is the excuse we've now got. Our country is in a tough state because of coronavirus. Well, actually, it isn't. It has made the hole deeper, but the real issue, the real state of our nation, is that we are trapped in poverty. We are trapped in growing unemployment, pandemic or no pandemic. We are there because our country is in a situation where government officials do not know how to apply accountability. Oversight institutions in this country do not deal with the tough job of removing people who are found wanting, who are found with their fingers deep and their hands deep in the cookie jar. And all the evidence, when it's even given to the state, when it's given to the various officials, both at national and local government level, 90%, if not more, most of the time, vastly most of the time, those people who are found wanting keep their jobs. The officials and people in authority do not take them on, do not fire them. I'm not talking about having them arrested, but this notion that, well, there's the evidence, the Auditor General has given us the reports, the Special Investigation Unit has given us the reports, there's the evidence, but they're innocent until they're found guilty. No, that's not the way it should be. You can remove those people from office with evidence that is given to you. So the accounting authorities in all those towns that are now bankrupt, money has been wasted, sewage is flowing down the streets into rivers, and there's just so much evidence. Why do you keep them employed? Here's a fact. The Special Investigations Unit has reports detailing all these individuals who were involved in PPE procurement irregularities. Every single one of those people should not be employed in the state if they still are. And because you can fire them, you can remove them and then charge them and then deal with these issues. But you don't. That's the problem with our state. So those people, whether they're in government or not, their businesses will still do business with the state. Their families will still do business with the state. Here's another fact. There are 6,140 government officials who were found wanting, guilty of claiming from the Unemployment Insurance Fund, digging our hole deeper by another 41 million rand. Have they been dismissed yet? I doubt it. Why not? Every single one of them must be and should be removed. You've got the evidence. It's not like they erred. It's not like they made a mistake. They stole, knowingly, wantingly. They took money from the state when they shouldn't have. And we have a bloated state, so here's a lovely opportunity for the government to remove 6,140 people. Will they? No. They'll turn a blind eye as they continuously do, condoning the theft from citizens. This is the real state of our nation. We're a nation that is ruled by people who just don't know how to or don't want to tackle and remove people from office that are involved in the waste. And no wonder government has the lowest trust index rating. Our government has the lowest trust index rating in the world by its citizens. And that will continue. And that's the real state of our nation, I'm afraid. We need to hear from our president what he intends to do about that real issue. Because until you tackle that real issue, we cannot grow. We cannot get out of the hole. We cannot tackle and introduce transparency, because officials don't want transparency when it comes to procurement. And yet if there is transparency in procurement, citizens get involved, they raise the flags, they help the state tackle corruption and maladministration. What we want, Mr. President, is you to reflect on that real state of our nation. And until you do that, it's going to be very difficult for your citizens to get on your side, to help you deal with the problems that we have. And we want to. I can assure you, your citizens are passionate about this country. We want this country to fly. It's punching well below its weight. While other developing nations are soaring ahead with growth that is in close to double-digit figures, we should be there. We are sliding as this continent's powerhouse, economic powerhouse and production and mining house. We're sliding to a failed state. Deal with the real state of our nation. Tell us warts and all what it looks like and how you're going to tackle this condemnation and this inability to deal with accountability. Thank you.